welcome to Gainesville, Florida, and the swamp, where, as they like to say here, only the Gators come out alive. This place is cranked up and ready for a big game today. And a game like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, there's history and tradition, but right here, right now, there is tremendous intensity and bitterness on this field. You can feel it, as we'll see the number 9 team in the land, LSU Tigers, taking on the second-ranked team, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Hermstreet. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Gets across the 25-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Offense will keep it on the ground here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Looking to pass here on second down. With the catch, it's Turner. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. They'll try to keep the opening drive going here. It's 3rd down and 2. And they'll give it to the back. Looks like LSU has the first down.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
He'll hand it off. Powers through.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Kirk, you played in plenty of rivalry games. How do they feel different from the others?
Well, Chris, rivalry games, and depending on who the coach is, this is a game you think about all year. You know, you're working out in the weight room. You're doing drills and summer two-a-days. Everything is focused on getting to this game and playing your very best.
And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Finds room at the 30. And he's brought down, but that strong stiff arm earned him the 1st down.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Intercepted in the end zone.
Well, here it is, opening drive of the game. He's just trying to find that rhythm, run the ball, a couple passes, and this one backfires. Poor decision by the quarterback. That's 100% on him, and this defense now gives their own offense great field position here to get points on the board.
1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Handoff heading left. That run moves the ball across the 40. And remember, the last time these rivals met, Kirk, these guys dropped the hammer. It got ugly.
And Chris, don't underestimate the mental anguish that can put on a team. It's important that this defense plays well and tries to get the ball back to their own offense to give them a chance to build their confidence up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback takes the handoff again. And tackled after a small pickup there.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Oh, and he almost picked it off. Nearly a turnover here on the opening drive. It's going to bring up fourth down. The Gators will line up to boot it away. That's the first punt today for the offense. And the returner brought down by that coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going in the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Pressure is coming. It's a sack. They got it back at the 4-yard line.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Kearse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship. And we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it on the move. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage rolled to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job with this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Second down after that previous play. Heading left after the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. It's a huge gain down to the 16 in one play. They've suddenly become a threat to score. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's moving out of the pocket now. Powerful running into the secondary. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. And Kirk, how important is that to get off to a positive start, to draw first blood in a rivalry game like this?
Well, Chris, as you know, in a rivalry game, there's so much emotion. So to be able to put a touchdown on the board first just sets the tone for a big day.
And it's 7-0 after the BAT. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it, no return. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? He shreds the tackle. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. QB decides to keep it here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4. And that is the kind of hard hit you expect to see, Kirk, in a rivalry game like this one.
Well, in these rivalry games, players seem to play their best. And right now, they are flying around and putting big hits, especially when you can hit that quarterback.
So to avoid another punt here in the 2nd drive, they got to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the 1st down. And he's got it. They finally go down, but it's a 1st down and much more. Great game on the play.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And the Gators pick up enough to get a 1st down there.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a 1st.
Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
He'll be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the 2nd half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Here comes a handoff. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense in hurry-up mode. Linebackers making some adjustments now. And the tailback's got it again. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Chris, I know when we think about LSU, we go back to 2019. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. that dynamic offense. But at the end of the day, it's still LSU. It's still the SEC. And ground and pound is something they will never move away from. Great job here, and move the sticks.
Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
Boy, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game. And then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Second down here, time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. Getting set. Here's second down. The pre-snap motion from the offense. They look to throw it here on second down. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
After the incompletion, the lineup here for 3rd and 7. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. Incomplete for a 3rd straight play.
I mean, you don't see this very often. They just pressured the quarterback, and did you see how many guys they were rushing? 3. You have 8 guys in coverage, and you can get that kind of pressure on a quarterback with 3 rushing.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Handoff running right. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now you want to...
Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Gators.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up.
It's blocked. Picked up by the offense. Can he make something happen? After the block PAT, the special teams coach hoping for better execution here on the kickoff. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. They begin with a quick throw to the left. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down that crosses midfield to the 46. First down here for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the tackle is made. Not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid game. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Like completion makes it second and medium. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Little. Defense will stop him after about a 9-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Bit too far away to trust a field goal attempt. The offense on the field on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Breaks free. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught over the middle. It's Hawkins. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Now the receiver does all the work here. Man, that is easy living for this quarterback. Really good footwork by the receiver. Gets the separation. And at that point, it's just pitch and catch for the quarterback.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Running back grabs it on a screen. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here they get some positive yards.
First down, looking to throw the football. It's complete. What a grab near the sideline. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a first down and goal. 1st and goal. Great chance to take the lead before halftime. It's an option look. Pitches to the back. And he's pushed out of bounds after a short run. Not enough for a first.
You know, when the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line, you love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up. The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on 3rd and goal. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation, you put so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. And he runs it into the end zone. So now the lead sits at 7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. This one will be fair caught. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's picked off. That was a risky pass attempt, and he paid the price. And he steps out of bounds after the great pick. Solid return to set up his offense.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you've got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
So on 2nd down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get 3 before halftime. Long enough and good. And those 3 points will finish off the first half and take us to halftime. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Let's get the second half going now. The kickoff team is out there. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Receiver makes the catch. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Trying to extend the play. Looks like he's going to run it. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
The pass rush closing in. Extending the play now. The Gators pick up enough for a first down.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He escapes. He escapes one man, but he'll be swallowed up in a play and taken down.
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
He's staggered at the 16-yard line. Offense facing 4th down.
So they'll pass up the chip shot field goal attempt and go for it on 4th down. Good throw to the right, looking for the first down. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop for the offense pinned back. The back's got it. In the clear at the 25. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls in the catch. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
Well, how about that? Another LSU wide receiver makes a big-time catch for the Tigers offense. Oh, just a couple names to throw out. How about OBJ? How about Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, who right now arguably two of the top receivers in the NFL? All from LSU. And watching this young man right here, he's hoping he's next in line.
It's a keeper all the way and a really solid gain. Kirk, this defense was worried about stopping the QB run today.
Yeah, with a guy like this as a defense, you got to add an extra guy down into the box area because of the threat of his legs. If this offense is smart, run this guy maybe 8 to 10 times a game because it puts so much pressure on the opposing defense. That was a great play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Crucial. 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. Strong game by this quarterback. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Extra point splits the uprights. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And here's the fair catch by the return man. The Gators offense retakes the field. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And they've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Sticking with the running game. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's a short completion to the big tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Makes a quick grab. Breaks loose at the 40. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Gators pick up enough for a first down here. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught in the backfield. It's Daniels. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
And the Gators looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Hand off to the right side. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. It makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
That's a second and goal play for the offense. Direct snap to the back. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line.
It's now 3rd and goal. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Florida 17, LSU 14.
An exciting start to the quarter here as the offense facing a 3rd and goal. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Touchdown, Gators. Still no answer for this offensive machine. Look at the blazing speed for that quarterback. If you're a defense trying to stop this guy, good luck.
Well, Chris, you remember this week we talked with the offensive coordinator. He talked a lot about how they have run plays on the call sheet specifically for this guy to be able to get loose and make plays. We saw that exactly on this score right here.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And it's complete downfield. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. First down and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Just gets it away. It's a deep ball. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. He'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Juice to get free. He has first down yardage at the 46.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen and not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Here's the throw deep downfield. He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Florida. It was a foot race and he won it. And momentum really building now. Kirk, this one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. But you got to fight for 60 minutes.
Automatic on the PAT. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. 14. He'll call for the fair catch here. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can make a play for you.
He's moving out of the pocket. On the run, going to heave it downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The offense is clicking, and the defense just searching for answers now. First down, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. Offense cranking up the tempo now, no huddle. So early movement from the offense, that'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the 2nd down play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And it's caught in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cut into this lead. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. Oh, and the onside kick works to perfection.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Trying to create here on the move. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Chris, here we are in the 4th quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Oh, and he dropped it. Very uncharacteristic play by this wide receiver. 2nd down.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. Line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy. The receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
Send the back in motion. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. Grab down the middle. It's Turner. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be 1st down and goal.
You know, a lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Fresh set of downs. 1st and goal. Here's the handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. All right, it's 2nd down and goal now for this offense. They'll ride the back again here. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. touchdown here. Down big in the fourth quarter. 3rd and goal. And the quarterback's going to sneak it. And he'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That's an important score. We've got one possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though.
That makes the score Florida.
Now they get set to kick it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the Florida offense retakes the field. One more first down should do it, but remember, the defense has all 3 timeouts remaining. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. They'll bring them down right at the 30-yard line.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Daniels. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, when you're trying to close a game out, this is the kind of play that you need. Exactly. The quarterback makes a great throw. Good effort by the receiver. They pick up the first down, and now they can continue to work that clock to be able to secure this W.
They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the plus 40. The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Finding some room at the 25. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, all week I wondered if this back might get loose and come up with a big play like this. The defense had their back turned, couldn't really see where he was. By the time they realized it, he just had too much speed, and he's able to take it to the end zone.
Went after, up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught. It's Little. They bring him down after a short gain there. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. Second down. Corner's back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. Looking to pass here on second down. He's going to take off here. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. For that offensive